Welcome to the Dispute Process e-learning course. When there is a difference of opinion, it's important to communicate clearly when you believe the school or special education program is not meeting your child's needs. This way, you can develop an effective educational program. At the end of this course, you will be able to state the dispute process, describe the differences between the informal and formal approaches to the dispute process, and identify additional resources and help. Every state has at least one parent center. These can provide you with information and assistance about special education rights and work with the school when there is a difference of opinion regarding your child's education program. Parent center staff have experience in helping families with special needs access valuable information and assistance. The branch staff, with their knowledge and often personal experience of military life and programs available to military families with special needs, assist the parent training centers as they help military families address a wide range of issues. If the parent center staff are unsure about how to provide support, they have the branch staff at their fingertips to assist in any situation that may arise with their work directly with those military families. Parent centers assist families with children with special needs on a range of issues, from helping on early intervention services and special education to matters relating to teens and young adults after high school. Parent centers can help military families with special needs fill in information gaps and connect them to important resources that these families may miss out on as a result of frequent moves. The Individuals with Disabilities Education Act offers you several methods to work out disputes between you and the school. Did you know? It is most effective to resolve any concerns in the least formal setting possible. If you have questions about your child's special education services, you can ask for an individualized education program review. The meeting provides an opportunity for you and the school to collaborate on finding an agreeable solution to your concern. If you are concerned about your child's progress, services, or placement, you can request an individualized education program review meeting. Tips for a productive meeting. Bring notes to support a request for change in the child's educational program. Don't understand something? Ask questions. Remain positive and consider other perspectives. Everyone is there for the child's benefit. Propose new ideas and look for areas of agreement. Propose a trial period. Consider proposing a trial period for a few weeks to see if the new plan is effective. Schedule an individualized education program meeting for the end of the trial to decide whether to continue or to revise the plan. A facilitated individualized education program meeting is not required under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, but can be effective in helping you and the individualized education program team reach agreement on your child's educational program. During this process, the facilitator promotes communication among team members, supports full participation of parents and school, and works towards a solution. If informal approaches are unsuccessful in resolving your concern, you may initiate a more formal approach in form of a conference, mediation, state complaint, due process complaint, resolution meeting, or due process hearing. A conference is the first and least formal means of resolving your concern. It provides you with the opportunity to clearly explain your concerns, work closely with school personnel, define areas of disagreement. These solutions should result in a written agreement. Agreement reached. School prepares memorandum describing concern and agreed upon solution. No agreement. Parent or school may request mediation. Parent has the option to waive mediation and request due process. Mediation is a process that you can use to resolve disagreements between you and the school. It provides an avenue for you and the school to participate in a meaningful way to resolve a dispute on behalf of your child. Every issue may not be resolved, but most importantly, mediation helps to maintain or reestablish a collaborative working relationship between you and the school. Mediation is a problem-solving session. Mediation is voluntary, confidential, provided at no cost to the parent, conducted by a qualified and impartial trained mediator. The role of the mediator is to facilitate discussion about ideas of disagreement and work towards reaching agreement on the child's educational program. Agreement reached. Parents and school representative write and sign a mediation agreement. No agreement. Parent may file a complaint or due process request. The state complaint process is an alternative to a due process hearing and tends to be less intimidating than a hearing. It gives individuals and organizations a way to address and resolve disputes. Every state education agency has a model form on how to file the state complaint, but other formats with all required information will be accepted. A state complaint is a letter written to an official state agency to report a violation or problem. A complaint may be filled by a parent, organization, or other who believes the school has violated the individualized education program. Must allege a violation that occurred not more than 1 year ago. The state agency will generally complete a review of the complaint within 60 days. However, the timeline may be extended. Corrective actions may be required if the school violated individualized education program. Filing a due process complaint is the first step in the process that may lead to a due process hearing. A due process complaint is a letter filed by the parents or school district regarding issues related to a child's identification, evaluation, placement, or provision of free and appropriate public education. The parents or school district must file the complaint within 2 years of the issue in dispute. A resolution meeting is scheduled within 15 days of the school receiving notice of complaint. The purpose of this meeting is to explain the reason for the complaint, give the school opportunity to resolve the issue. Resolution reached. The parents and the school enter into a legally binding written agreement. Fail to reach resolution. The next step will be a due process hearing. A due process hearing is the most formal step in resolving a dispute. It is a legal proceeding where you and the school present documents and testimony to an impartial, trained hearing officer. A due process hearing may be used when the parent and school are unable to resolve a dispute through other formal options. Due process hearing. An impartial, trained hearing officer hears the facts and issues a hearing decision. The parent or the school may be represented by an attorney. Legal arguments, documents, testimony, and witnesses presented. There are additional services that could help military families, such as the U.S. Department of Education, Building the Legacy, Individualized Education Program, the Center for Parent Information and Resources, Military OneSource, Military OneSource Specialty Consultant, and the IDEA Dispute Resolution Parent Guides. The U.S. Department of Education Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services is dedicated to improving results for infants, toddlers, children, and youth with disabilities ages birth through 21 by providing leadership and financial support to assist states and local districts. The Department of Education also offers training on the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, Building the Legacy. Individualized Education Program provides a one-stop shop for resources related to Individualized Education Program and its implementing regulations. Center for Parent Information and Resources, working with families of infants, toddlers, children, and youth with disabilities, birth to 26, helping parents participate effectively in their children's education and development, partnering with professionals and policymakers to improve outcomes for all children with disabilities. Military OneSource provides information, referrals, and assistance to the military community. Accessed by telephone or the internet, Military OneSource provides special needs consultations, research, resources, and materials intended to enhance current military services available to families with special needs. A Military OneSource specialty consultant is available and is devoted to military families who need assistance with issues related to educating your children. The Military OneSource specialty consultant is available on a scheduled appointment basis via telephone and are focused on special needs, children ages birth to 21. All services are free of charge. The Center for Appropriate Dispute Resolution in Special Education recommends mediation and other collaborative strategies to resolve disagreements about special education and early intervention programs. This concludes the Dispute Process e-learning course. You should now be able to state the dispute process and describe the differences between the informal and formal approaches to the dispute process. You should also now be able to identify additional resources and help. Thank you for watching.